will fall. Boom, they've taken one. They want to find another. They jump over towards Coop. Dreamercell, he's up with that for the boys. 2-0-4. This anti-mage, just one fight or sort of a minute's farm away from taking over Raven's top spot. And Dreamercell, he absolutely can take this game on his shoulders and win this.
For sure. Level 18 out. I mean, they did such a great job. Even though that whole time where they actually egged up top and they fought, like the Roche happened from Geekfam, Dreamercell they got all 4 bounty rooms and he farmed I think double 2 or 3 ancients and all the bottom. That was actually quite a lot of space for him, and he's perfectly. And if he can get to the point where he has Manta and a Basher, I feel like they just win this game. It's gonna be really hard for Geekfam if they don't start playing. If they don't start kind of rushing and pressing the issue forward. They still have 2 minutes left on the Aegis, so we'll see what Geekfam decides to do with that, but I really think that they need to not make another mistake. One more mistake could just cost them the game entirely.
Yeah, like they had that lead. It looked like things were going sort of to the timing the Geekfam wanted, but maybe just they weren't able to do that much on the map. As I say, all the tier 2 towers are still there. They didn't try and push those down with the Lunar Beastmaster. Sure, they do have the Aegis on Raven, so still might be able to get a lot done with that. But yeah, Dreamercell is just cleaning up the map in as most efficient form as possible.
Yeah, he's pretty much has Manta done. He can turn up the fights with his team. Manta plus the Halberd plus Battle Fury with Pupil's Gift. Like this, he's stacked. And the damage that's coming up with Geekfam, sure they have okay physical, but he should be able to side decently as Cuckoo bottom actually roars. And Hyde.
Try and run.
Will go down.
As Hyde will go down, and Cuckoo is just going to be saved by Zephyr coming in with that mech. Spirit Vessel will be enough damage so that charge absolutely important that came through from Zephyr. So good save from him to keep Cuckoo alive.
It's really close. Have anything else that can heal him up? Because he's really low. No, okay, they have salves. I was like, who's got the shovel? Someone had a shovel. He'll get salved up and he'll be able to sustain. Yeah. All right. See, Geek. Have to press the issue here.
Yeah, they push up. They've got to go high ground or something soon. Dreamercell he's taken over. He is at that top spot. And it's just going to be so hard for their lineup to kill this AM.
Dire's top tower needs some friends.
Do they continue?
Same as you, Tidehunter.
They do not. They're going to back it up. Aegis is going to be taking out about 30 seconds, so it's a bit scary to push forward there when that is going to be happening. Maybe just position themselves to push mid a little bit. But you see Dreamercell, he's going to start knocking on theirs. Force reaction.
Worthy.
They really need a Blink Dagger on Cuckoo. Okay, he is building it. He's very close to. I feel like they don't really have the catch for the AM until he has this at all.
I mean, even then, it's not easy, right? With the counter spell and the Manta, there's going to be ways for him to have a chance, at least acting to any sort of blink initiation, unless Cuckoo's able to really do it off the back of a smoke or from the fog.
Yeah,
it's it's not easy, and if they don't sort of get that and throw everything down on him, they're probably not going to get him.
Ooh, AA Blast kind of wasted there. Chains were not used by K. He knows that he's Manta anyway, so didn't decide to throw it. It actually will clip him there. He is frostbitten for a moment, but they aren't going to look to actually pressure it. K just wants to finish up his BKB so he can be safer in the fights and actually commit forward.
So thanks to Geekfam. They're up again as 4. You have the smokes on Whitemont. There's a ward down though, so I don't know if they'll be able to pick this up it.
They'll get to kill that ward. Wait, they're not killing. Okay.
No, it was almost like they're ignoring it. They're like, okay. I was like, hang on, they do have this Necro book, don't they? Yeah, they take the ward away. Still no usage of the smoke. Carl holding on top. Okay, maybe what they were waiting for this. Carl's now got the BKB on Ember.
Yeah, don't be on Mikoto as well. Roar on it.
They're going to try and blow at the top. Get the chance to put the Ravage, but the BKB was out from Raven. Change onto this Supernova. This Supernova's dead. It's not going to be simple. They're taken down in a second. They'll look over towards Mikoto with the remaining seconds of his BKB. He will TP out. The Carl, he's diving in for more. Finds KezQ. This is exactly the sort of fight the Geekfam's lineup needed to find. Now, sort of the question is, what can they do with this? They killed 3 heroes that they need to push in. They've got to take something away from Boom for this.
Yeah, Satanic is finished on Luna, but yeah, they need to press. I mean, I guess they can pressure down bottom since it's away from the top lane, and Carl can, I believe he has a Remnant down in mid somewhere, right? Yeah, he has a Remnant down in mid, so he can push, deep push top a bit here versus Dreamercell, but he can't stand toe-to-toe with him. So be a little cautious. And yeah, that fight was very well executed. They had a Hawk actually on the left side of the map, watching the positioning of two heroes. So they saw the Tidehunter split. They made the instant jump, and then beautiful chains, of course, from that Ember. Have to be careful with those eggs, especially versus these double BKBs that are now finished. They can just turn and hit it.
Yeah, not an easy game at all for Hyde to contribute with the art, unless they do it in sort of perfect synergy with a Ravage from FBZ and say a follow from Makoto. You know, they do have good AoE control to try and keep the egg safe, but it's got to be flawless.
Yeah. Again.
And they go raw onto Makoto. They'll be able to drop him dead quick and easy. The BKB won't save him.
Hyde goes down as well.
Enough damage. Again, you know, they've killed two. They can do for more here. Got the vision onto Kersku. They jump forward. They'll take down the Chen. So another successful fight for them. Of course, whilst this all happens, Dreamer Cell still continuing to not be a part of it. See what Geekfam can do. They can take the tier 1 tower. They've got the creep wave moving in on mid as well.
Dreamer Cell has his Basher, and he has a Titan Sliver with his Halberd, so he has that like crazy status resist and a lot of damage now coming forward. He could actually just the base, yeah, exactly. And K has to be careful. If he just gets bashed up a couple times, he could actually just die. There's one bash.
I mean, he's going to put the BKB. He has to, but he's still out of mana as such. I mean, you're just seeing already the potential of how many issues this Dreamer Cell anti-mage is going to cause. Like, who sort of goes back to deal with it successfully? Sure, you slowed him down there, but it's not an easy defense. You know, Carl having to use a BKB charge, Dreamer Cell falling under no threat to his own life himself.
The only scary thing for them, well, not only, but one of the scary things for Boom ID though is it's just Dreamer Cell farming. We've talked about farming. Makoto is completely off the spectrum of farm now. He's all the way down at like 11k below Beastmaster. Raven standing in front lines already with an Eagle Song. Oh, both teams 10 heroes. They want this outpost fight.
Oh, one for Cuckoo. Eyes passed onto him into the Sonic Wave. He'll pop the Ravage. It's not going to do anything at all. He's dead. Raven just turns and hits it. In fact, no, he doesn't feel confident in finishing it off. I think they could have finished it. They back away. This is going to leave Cuckoo in a bit of a vulnerable position as Dreamer Cell takes him down. Dreamer Cell jumping over, looking for more. Zephyr, he blinked into Dreamer Cell here. Dreamer Cell will see what his options are going to be. He's going to back off for now. Just be a little careful. They know that the BKBs have been used to keep the illusion onto Raven. So Raven, low on the mana. The bow combo will miss though from Makoto. So Raven step to the side. Carr pots the BKB, but he himself has lost his mana. Dreamer Cell getting frozen in the position, but still the opportunity's there for him to blink. They couldn't quite keep him locked down long enough.
That status resist actually probably saved his life. I can't believe he actually got frozen. Look how low he actually ends up getting. The Rum buff plus his status resist really protecting him there. You see Chen makes the move toward top. Should be able to the bounties. I believe he's divine favoring the AM top. So he keep his place on the map and farm. Approaching that Satanic. Yeah, they messed up though. They doubted themselves about killing that egg.
I think
Zephyr
they killed
it. I think they miscommunicated. Raven's like, I can't do this alone, and then Zephyr blinked in, and then they'd already turned back, and it was too late for him to turn again.
Oh, Dreamer Cell finding freebies. Finds Whitemon, instantly gets on top of him. He's going to turn over towards Carl as well, and he knows that Carl's BKB is still on cooldown after that last fight. Zephyr coming in from the side. Dreamer Cell still just trying to stay on top of this Ember now. There's a lot of heroes here from Geekfam. We've got to be careful. He tries with the Roar, but the counter spell throws it straight back into the face of Cuckoo. As this is the difficulty in sort of any sort of open fight where Boomer have the vision, Dreamer Cell is going to be able to use the counter.
Absolutely. He's still like the only one farming on their team though, so I think if Geekfam is able to set up and pick up some more disable like a Hex on somebody, that could be huge. We are seeing them try to take advantage though here and go into this Roche pit. Roar on cooldown. The AA is going to be up in a moment here, so that AA blast is going to fly over. And Raven has a butterfly finish, so much harder now for Dreamer Cell to stand toe-to-toe versus him.
Yeah, you see next up on his shopping list will be that Rapier, and absolutely necessary. They've got to make sure that when Dreamer Cell does blink in, that they just have the damage to kill him off during the limited amount of lockdown that they can actually use on him because of the high status resist. So the Rapier absolutely necessary for Raven now that this game has got to this point where, you know, Geekfam, they haven't been able to run them over into 25 minutes. We're getting to the later portion. And Raven, you know, he is going to be able to get it and and still, you know, you see sort of the battle between Raven and DreamSL at the top. It's been so close for sort of the entirety of the second half. You know, ever since the Battle Fury was there, DreamSL picked it up, but Raven's been able to keep himself level.
Yeah, he's been able to join the fights a little bit better with his team as well, 7-0-4 compared to what DreamSL. So he's 4-0-4, but Raven getting a little more involved with his team. So this is a sick approach here. Cuckoo going for the Shadow Blade this game. So that's the way you can avoid that to get a roar off.
Yeah, very important
there. Oh, Gen creeps all just got slaughtered.
Again, they do want to try and push this away. There's the roar. It's going to be out to FPZ. They're going to blow the time. They do so in time. By the way, it comes out. FPZ will go down. Ravage buys back straight away. Used, but Geekfam able to stay clear to the side. So Geekfam, they want to go in and take this away. Dreamers, he just blinks in. He feels that confident right now. How tanky he is, and it's going to work. FBZ commits with the Ravage there on top of they're going to get both of them. Cuckoo as well, found in the combo. Over towards Raven they go. Raven, he's still got BKB, he's still got Manta Satanic. He pops it all with the Eclipse. He's trying to fight back, but it's him against the pit, but he's totally alone. Back in the pit, Carl does finish off Roshan, gets the Aegis for himself on Geekfam. And Raven, he's actually killed off one of them, but he is going to lose his life, but not enough life steal to stay alive against these two. Or is it? He's got a straight arm, but there's the Mana Void finisher from DreamSL. Will be able to take Raven out of the game. So Geekfam, they get something. They are able to get the Roche kill. They do manage to get and preserve the Aegis on the cheese on Carl. But still, overall, it's just DreamSL winning these fights. Raven gets taken out. DreamSL now with the completed Satanic on top of the Basher.
Oh man, yeah, he's gonna be extremely hard to kill. It's a decision they had to make though, Geekfam. It was like Raven was cut off from the rest of the team, and that Roche was at 1,000 HP. Carl made the choice, either help Raven, take the Roche. Aegis and Cheese might actually just be a better choice for him, because now when Raven's back up, he's got a lot more in the tank to survive. Because if he does, like he already had the Greater Fairy Fire and the Satanic, and he was holding his ground pretty well versus that AM. So Cheese could be really strong in these next few moments when they respawn and go. But yeah, DreamSL, he's making him work for this game for sure. And they're buffing him up however possible. Mikoto has a Solar Crest finish too now, so another thing to throw onto DreamSL to make him stronger.
See Geekfam, I mean, obviously it was queued up by Raven, but those sort of deaths are really going to slow down that final finishing item that he needs to have to really be able to stand a chance against this AM and the backup that DreamSL has. And he's still, you know, many thousands of gold away from it.
And I think if you look, he's level 23. DreamSL's approaching level 27, so that insane critical mass is going to get there pretty quickly for him. And they do have the tools to back him up. Now with Solar Crest done, they have the Phoenix and the Tide and the Chen to enable this AM. Geekfam. Raven now has the cheese. Leading the charge.
Raven going straight forth on towards Kescute. Carl's going to jump in with the remnants, but he's getting bashed. His mana's getting low. Tara won't quite catch on to anyone. They do manage to finish off Kescute's Chen, and Carl, he's still chasing. Feels strong with the Aegis. DreamSL's going to come around from the side. Supernova is going to be popped. They have the X combo to keep Carl in range of it. They'll take him down the once. See if they want to do it again. DreamSL has the Abyssal. Cuckoo comes out the invis. He's looking for a target with the Roy. He's going to be able to cut down the trees. They should be able to find Mikoto here. Mikoto pots the BKB, but the Roar holding him in place. Geekfam will claim the life of the Kunkka as well. Immediately though, DreamSL, realizing the fight's lost, he heads over to mid, starts to push it out. And again, this anti-mage just constantly making sure that even when Geekfam do win the fights, it's so hard for them to push on for more.
He's going to try for K again. He has an Abyssal as well to follow. Lincoln does get procced. We'll be okay. Halberd to pop the Lincolns, and then he also has the Abyssal, and then he has Mana Void later on. Yep, it's nice. He does not have too much mana to work with, though, when he has to pop everything. Like, he only has 879, and look how much he spent. Like, 100 on the Halberd, 125 Manta, 75 Abyssal, and then 275 on Mana Void, and he did take the Mana Void cooldown, too. So it's going to be tough for him to get a couple of those off inside the fights. That's the
They do have the power of the Mango Tree, though, right?
They do.
As long as he's picking them up, or his teammates are, he can, you know, always reset himself and quickly recover that mana loss.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant structures are
Top
fortified.
Geekfam. Well, starting to put the pressure back on this final tier 2 tower they wish to take down. We'll see if Boom do want to hold on to it. They want to take a fight outside of the base. Dreamer Cell is here. Over to the side they go. And get the vision out. The tier 2 goes down. Geekfam now at the point where the potential of going high ground in any of the lanes is there. Still Dreamer Cell making sure that creep waves are just constantly pushed out and keeping his half of the map as safe as possible from the threat of this 5-man push that Geekfam do have. And with the tower going down, Raven now 2,000 gold, and Rapier will be there. So if we see this game go for a couple more minutes where Geekfam don't get dragged into a fight, Raven should be able to get that picked up before the next one.
It's a really good Rapier game too, because he's versus an AM who has Halberd. Like that True Strike is going to be really strong versus him to actually focus fire, which they haven't been able to do so well in this game, as he's still 605. And a leveler for Raven.
Yeah, that's lovely for Raven. Pretty much I think that is the best tier 4 item you could wish for going for this sort of build with the Rapier involved. They're going to try and fight. Dreamer Cell's able to get the jump straight onto Cuckoo. Cuckoo's going to run. He's got the silver edge to get him out of there. He will be able to make it away. Now they'll try and turn. Chains onto Kescu. Kescu caught the side, tries to force himself out. The Supernova's used. Can't pop into BKB. Stays on top of the Chen. Kills him off. He gets out of range of the Supernova explosion. Raven turns his attention over towards Hyde, but still a dive at the ready. Hyde can jump out. Dreamer Cell, he's turning. Raven, he's walked into this. Dreamer Cell is being a little too careful, though. Doesn't want to try and jump back in on the Luna. Knows that there's still the potential threat of the Raw. I mean, sure, Cuckoo's mana is low, but no, he's got enough for it right now. And Raw was not used, so still have to be wary of that. See what Geekfam can do. Again, it's just one down. It's just the Chen.
Ooh, Prince's Knife. Decent item versus that AM that they just picked up there, if they'd like to put that on Zephyr. Yeah, he's got it already picked up, so they've got a little bit of a mini Hex now to play versus him as well.
Now the question is, if you're Raven, do you try and hope that you get the farm, or do you just straight up sell the cheese? I mean, you're not going to have a slot for it. Or is it just never valued to sell the cheese? Do you ever sell the cheese?
Never sell the cheese. No, never. It's a second life.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. He's going to have the money for the Rapier regardless.
Yeah, and it's just like, especially in a game like this, like it's not just about the heal, the mana too is it's really big versus an AM who's level 27. Jump forward, they break the Lincolns.
They do. And with the bash, Carl's got no escape. Well, actually, the Sonic Wave pushes him off to the side, and the BKB will be there. So able to save him there. Nice play from Zephyr, pushing back that attempt onto Carl, saving the Ember.
Okay, and they actually switched the Prince's Knife onto the Ember, so he can do the slight Hex thing. So that could be pretty nice too.
Raven, he's sort of having cold feet about the Rapier purchase. He's queuing up the Daedalus instead. I mean, do you sort of feel that there is definitely an argument for not necessarily feeling that you have to go for the risk of the Rapier this game? I mean, yes, he is going to commit to the Daedalus, so sorry for all of those who were getting excited for some Rapier action. It's not going to happen, at least not yet. Not yet, as Raven goes for the Daedalus, the safer purchase.
Probably just thinks that he can kill everybody else, and then they can just ignore the anti-mage and end the game, even if he's inside the midst of all of them, I guess. That would be one thing. But now it's a butterfly on top for Dreamer Cell too. So I mean, Dreamer Cell is very likely not dying, but the rest of his team probably will if they just don't him.
Both carries about a similar amount of gold away from buyback themselves. They're sort of gold off at each, so something to keep in mind when we do see the next fight kick off. And Boom are going to smoke. Ooh. They're going to try and move out, see if they can catch something here.
Smoke on smoke. Is that outpost again? By the way, by both of them at the 40-minute. They've had an outpost the whole game.
It was, yeah, it was outpost again at both.
Dire's middle tower is drowning.
12,000 gold lead.
Still,
Cell up at the top there, amongst all of Geekfam.
And Dreamer Cell carry it.
Just got knocked down.
It looks so good.
We're gonna get a rare.
For enemies. Dire's middle tower is drowning.
Yeah, they should pretty quick. Look like Boom's aware of this.
Is what Aghanim for the Ember here?
Pressure.
Yes. You're right.
I mean,
maybe for Axe Eclipse is nice. Raven wants it. I mean, it's obviously very nice. It has a great bit of mixed damage now. Throw down the ult on an area of the playing field. Up the Boom to fight into. Sure, don't get too much because he's an anti-mage, but the rest of the squad still, you know, you can't underestimate how good Aghanim's Luna is.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, they're just going to kill everybody and then just focus on him afterwards. So this makes their fight quite a bit stronger for whoever jumps back. Phoenix, now level 18, has finally got that level 3 Supernova. Who might he try and on this area to catch them off guard? The one ward that they do have right now on this high ground. 1 of 2. Luna, buffed up.
Dreamcell's gonna get the jump. He did straight away on a Zephyr. Zephyr's still able to get the blink off. They turn their attention over towards Raven. Raven, the new focus. The Bash is coming into play. Raven pops the BKB. He's fine. They won't be able to get anyone that they jump on their Boom, and now Geekfam, they've managed to find Hyde on the side. He's already used the Supernova. Does have the flicker to the edge, and that's gonna save him. The flicker keeps the man alive.
The flick, that's the first to the right direction. Usually blink
jump to the side perfectly. I mean, the dispel, of course, just taking all the debuffs off. He's able to live.
That's so nice actually versus that Orchid, because he was going to die for sure.
Yeah.
Out off, disengage, but still that huge lead for Geekfam. Show itself even more so. Or anti-mage, all alone amongst those dire heroes.
Fit for a queen.
What they can go for now. Cuckoo.
The
Looking to set up with the silver edge.
The leveler Ravens, they're gonna destroy the tier 3 drops. Those racks is gonna
Oh yeah, look at it go. It's gonna open up. And you have the fortification.
They have a repair kit as well. Hyde has been backpacked that one.
Oh, they're gonna be exposed soon. Repair kit.
Going right through it.
They are going to be able to push him back, and they're going to open up with the X combo onto it. See if they can take it down. Pops the man to turns, pops the Satanic as well, beating into Dreamer Cell. Dreamer Cell has to get back out of there. The Dreamer Cell.
Gotta be really cautious.
Raven back on to finishing this tier. Will be able to end to its existence. The tower falls. Now onto the racks. These glaives, they're going to start to bring in Raven low, still not really feeling confident enough to really try and force that Aegis off him, though. They know how hard that is.
Back up too. Raven gonna back up. He's gonna heal. Ember pushes out top while he also has a remnant bottom. He wants to hunt, but he's under a ward. They see that. And as you mentioned, looking backpack, 9 mangoes. So he is making sure that they utilize mango tree at its maximum. And Ember probably going to rejoin his buddies down bottom in a moment after he goes for the next wave, it looks like. I'll pressure him.
There we go. Raven's going to... There it is.
It's
for those
on.
of you that were hoping for some rapier action, the rapier action has been confirmed. As Raven's got the rapier being sent over to him right now. Feeling confident that he... And onto the racks they are. They're taking them away, but there's the other one. And girls, Dreamer Cell's got complete. These racks are going down, and Boom not yet to commit. So the racks will fall. Dreamer Cell actually going to be able to keep the Aegis up. No, they're not. The Gus finishes him off. Oh, he's not going to have it for that second life. Maybe if they notice, they'll try and commit on him. Already on the back. Oh, he's going to jump in onto Ketsu. Jen's gone. Turn with the ball. Getting destroyed by the Aghanim's Eclipse. Raven just tears him apart. Double buyback coming out from Boom.
No buyback for Mikoto, though.
Got the gush on him. Dreamer Cell's in. He's trying to commit. But Dreamer's been X. Or the Prince is now causing a bit of an issue, but not enough of an issue as Raven falling low. Oh, Raven more than fine. He's getting out of range of the Supernova. Dreamer Cell. CAA. He found him. The rapier hits the deck. Dreamer Cell. Baby. Double rapier on the anti-mage. Raven dead for 9. No buyback. As Boom, they may lose the Rex, but they hold. And now the game is theirs for them to run down mid.
Cuckoo.
What have Geekfam got? They have got a fortification, but no Raven for 80 seconds. Cell, he's got double rapier.
He's hitting for over 1,000. at the moment. Kuku's trying desperately to cut the wave, pull it back so they can't the base, because Raven does not have that buyback. If he gives his life, I think he's fine with this. But one range creep.
One range creep.
Forward.
It stays the cause of Boom ID.
Guard
as long as he can keep that fire and keep it alive, he'll be able to take down the backdoor protection and push on and do some serious damage, and at the least force out the buyback from Carl.
Radiant's middle tower can't handle this.
I'd have to buy back. He might just be able to go for tier 4s after he hits this one. It's it. Go for the racks at the moment, not knowing about Raven's lack of buyback, but they're pinging tier 4s.
They're like, dude, he just bought a Rapier. Pretty soon after he bought the Daedalus, gonna have the money for the buyback. Carl's got the roar. Let's find the roar. And who? So Ice Blast connects, but he's forced to the side. He's fine for now. Jump over the remnants. Carl's. We see out of mana, another remnant board. They killed off the tide. The Dreamer Cell jumping into the base, doesn't manage to find a lock onto it, but he turns over towards Zephyr, moves in with the Abyssal Blade. Zephyr into the torrent, holding him in place. Zephyr will fall. Another kill for Dreamer Cell. Zephyr has got buyback available. The backdoor protection taken off as the creeps move down mid. Opens back up in a few seconds, but does he really have the power to deal with this double Rapier anti-mage as Dreamer Cell? He is just destroying the base. The top racks are gone.
Dire's top barracks has fallen.
Radiant's middle tower is
How can Geekfam regain a hold here? Gonna try for a smoke out. Kuku has got Raw back in 10 seconds.
Ready for this. Look at this Dreamer Cell. This team. He's ready. Jump on anybody that he does see. Gets Hex from the Prince's Knife, the roar.
And there it is. Eclipse just committed straight away onto the middle of it all. Takes out FBZ. Mikoto's in trouble. He will get the BKB off. Dreamer Cell is going for the squishes on the backline. But Zephyr with the Ghost Scepter, he's able to keep himself alive. Dreamer Cell has to blink out for now. They've lost the tide. Quick Prince's Knife, Procol to hide. Kuku jumps forward, he has to dive away, but Geekfam, they're chasing. They're pushing back, boom. The silence onto Mikoto, BKB pop by Carl. Dreamer Cell tries to turn it again. He has to reset, keep the distance. Mikoto taking heavy hits from Raven as he commits with the BKB. The Prince's Knife comes out again, and he's dead. They've lost the Kunkka. 3 dead on Boom ID. Only gets Q and alive.
Tower is under attack.
And in terms of their buybacks, there is a buyback on the Phoenix. And of course, Raven, regardless of the fact that he doesn't have the rapiers, he still hits hard.
Oh my god. They're absolutely crazy. They're just, I mean, this tied the entire game, not letting him get anything. And we were saying they're isolating Dreamer Cell, and although he does have a double, with that, his health was actually quite fragile. I think he didn't have his Manta inside. He had like 2,000 HP, so he was getting controlled quite heavily by the Eclipse mini stuns. Does go down, he has to be careful of just getting chain lockdown. The status resist doesn't help you versus that. They will keep you and making your life a lot more difficult in the fight.
Oh, so yeah, the car was just constantly keeping the Spirit Vessel charges.
That as well, yeah.
And he just had to keep getting the life, just keeping him alive. They're going for it. Geekfam's going to look to close up the game. Dreamer Cell, he's got to put together his final stand, and here it is. Jumps in onto Kuku. That's a dieback. Kuku brought back to offer his aura to help.
Level 30.
Tier 4s there. He's chasing for more. Come to an end. Raven turns, starts to push back the fear for the quad, but he has to turns over towards the Ember. Void the front lines of the fight. Carl with his own BK. Towards Mikoto, the Torrent Storm holding back White Mono. Zephyr goes, Zephyr. Fear is holding Dreamer Cell, but Dreamer Cell can jump over, get on top of Ray. Even is dead. Geekfam have lost the fight, and Bottom lost the war as well. They know without the bite, this game is over and done. Dreamer Cell's anti-mage the win 14-0-5, 2 rates in his inventory. I mean, he couldn't have played better. I mean, an excellent game from both parties, and it sort of felt like we